Joe Mixon is the new running back for your Houston Texans. Yesterday was their week 2 OTA availability.
Let's go.
Interesting that Stephon Diggs has still yet to speak as a member of the Houston Texans.
Oh, yeah.
We did hear, though, from Joe Mixon, and he had this to say about Texans quarterback CJ Stroud.
By CJ being, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, bro, it's a hell of a thing. I don't know if he even knows it yet, but, he has all the right tools. He have all the right traits for him to be actually the best in the league. And I think that the way that he prepares and the way that he leads and the way that he works, I truly feel like, it's definitely something special in the making.
Doesn't even know it yet.
Do you buy that?
Oh, no. No. The one thing we learned this offseason is CJ Stroud loves CJ Stroud.
Interesting. Expand.
I mean, he's going on like Ryan Clark and all these different podcasts out around the Super Bowl time. He's on, what's the linebacker with the dreads? He's on that podcast.
Channing Crowder.
That's what I'm looking for. Like when CJ talks about CJ, he loves himself. He knows how good he is. Look the way he's interacted with Micah Parsons. CJ's feeling good about CJ Stroud right now.
He'll talk smack on his own behalf.
Yeah.
He's his own. He'll support himself.
I mean, and it's not even always about football. Like, think back to like the Micah Parsons, CJ Stroud NBA conversation. The way CJ talks up his basketball game. Like, CJ likes to hype himself up, as he should.
Do you think that confidence and loving yourself are the same thing? CJ Stroud, loving him some CJ Stroud is the same thing as just being a confident guy? Because I tend to believe the man is just extremely confident. I don't know if he's like I'm CJ Stroud. That to me, and this is just me, that to me is more like somebody who perhaps isolates himself from everybody else.
Yeah.
What it seems like from now. Again, we'll see what happens in the NFL, but like how Caleb Williams seems. Like how Russell Wilson seemed.
Yeah, it's not like that. Like it's not like Russell Wilson's a really good example of what you never want your quarterback to be. Like an egotistical maniac who thinks he's above the world. I don't think CJ Stroud is going to be demanding his own office and quarterback trainers in the building like Russell Wilson did in Denver. Like that's not the speed. He's confident in his ability.
Yeah,
he's not afraid to talk about it.
And Wilson also has the inauthentic nature of himself, where he's like he knows what he is trying to do in every conversation. Like he knows what he's trying to project in every conversation. Where CJ Stroud, it just seems like CJ Stroud
he's just being him.
Very, very. I mean, there's a reason he was the good guy of the year.
The good guy of the year because of the way he talks to the media. But I think Aaron Rodgers loves himself. To what you were saying about Russell Wilson, I don't know if you saw the story yesterday. Russell Wilson was asked about the quarterback competition with Justin Fields.
No.
And about Justin Fields being used in the offense. If I was Justin Fields and I heard Russell Wilson say, yeah, we could maybe use Justin Fields as a weapon in our offense. I think he's one of the most elite athletes in the NFL. If I heard Russell Wilson say that about me and knowing just who Russell Wilson is as someone who covered him in Seattle, I would be so mad because it's like a pat on the head.
Justin's there. Justin asked to get traded to Pittsburgh for a reason. Because he fully believes he can beat out Russell Wilson.
How is Percy Harvin the only one who ever tried to fight Russell Wilson? Was it Percy Harvin or Golden Tate? I forgot.
I think it was Golden Tate.
And
like that's very uncharacteristic of Golden Tate.
It was Golden Tate trying to fight. Percy Harvin fought Golden Tate. Percy Harvin never fought Russell Wilson.
Oh, okay.
But Golden Tate and Russell Wilson had beef over something that Russell Wilson, I can't really share the details because I don't know all the specifics like the back of my hand, but from what I understand, Russell Wilson should have had Golden Tate's back in a moment where he chose to look the other way so that it would make Russell Wilson look better.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not a great story.
How did more people not try to fight Russell Wilson?
Dude, it seems like that Seahawks team, which is incredible how successful they were. It seems like just about every single player on that team wanted a piece of him, specifically Richard Sherman, but others as well.
Yeah,
the way the whole defense talked about him after they left.
And like very, very soon after, it was like 2016, 2017 is where it just started, where everyone was just like dumping on Russell Wilson, where at first you're kind of like, all right, guys, like this seems a bit much. He's a pretty good quarterback. And then the more we find out about his personality, it's like, actually, I'm kind of with the Legion of Boom guys.
Yeah, he's a weird dude. I'm glad. I hope Russell Wilson loses that job. I'll be honest. He might be one of the most disliked. I hate how he's so phony. Like, I would rather have. Okay, if CJ Stroud's not here, and you're telling me I have two options: Aaron Rodgers, who's just like drama queen, and then says, "Why is everyone talking about my drama?" Or have Russell Wilson, the fraud. I'd rather have Aaron Rodgers be the quarterback every day of my life.
I feel like, though, we'll see if Aaron Rodgers even plays this year with the ankle thing that he was dealing with yesterday at practice.
Blister.
He is limping. I don't care how.
Ever had a blister before?
Yeah.
Hasn't made me limp. But I think with Russ, I feel like I have soured everybody in this room on Russell Wilson just based off of having covered him in Seattle.
No, I was down on Russ before we met.
Okay.
Yeah, for me it was the Dan Patrick interview after the Super Bowl, where the Monday after the Super Bowl he goes on Dan Patrick and Russell Wilson's always calculated, and then he just buried the offensive line in a way that I didn't think was possible from him.
This honestly hurt me the most in Seattle. I was very quick to turn on Russ, and it started with that interview, and people were like, "You're crazy. How do you not like him?" And I was like, because he says just outlandish stuff that if you actually, look at and break down, it's crazy. But anyway, I don't want to bore people with too much Seattle talk. I'll just say that I'm glad he is not our problem.
Fact.
We got CJ Stroud, baby. Swallow that deep steel blue pill. Tyler in Conroe says, as a former Paul hater, the deep steel blue pill has me rocked up.
Love it.
Appreciate that, Tyler.
Didn't have to include the first part, but okay.
Yeah, I know. But hey, listen. It feels good to convert people.
Hey, I normally hate your show, but hey, I like this one.
Look, sometimes it happens, okay? There's a lot of people who used to really like me. Now I see the text on the Killer Bees. Seems not so much.
That's because of the way that the Killer Bees portray
They
you.
poisoned the well.
I agree.
They poisoned it more than I have on Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I totally agree. They have poisoned the well. But it happens. We bring people around.